And we're joined now by James Sharman as England gets their World Cup underway with a late goal from Harry Kane, the first England player to score 2 goals in a World Cup game since Gary Lineker back in 1990. It's been a long time, and it was a little nerve-wracking, James, but Gareth Southgate's men pulled it off today.
They did, yeah, and for a while there, it was very familiar what happened there. A pretty good first half that they dominated, looked very, very good. A second half where they faced a team sitting very, very deep, defending valiantly, and that always costs England, generally speaking. They have difficulty breaking those types of teams down, but they found a way and scored, in the death at the end. It was overall, I think, a pretty decent performance by England. It could have gone so many different ways. That being said, that the goal by Harry Kane late in the game changes the whole narrative now for the next number of days. Had that been a 1-1 final, it would have been a different story for this team regarding the media and its fans back home. They would have hammered Raheem Sterling, would have hammered Kyle Walker for giving up the penalty, maybe hammered the manager, Gareth Southgate, as well. The fact that they scored that late goal changes the mood entirely. A really important goal, I think.
Meanwhile, another Group G action, Belgium opened up with a 3-0 win over Panama. Panama pretty poor on the day, but Romelu Lukaku scored twice and Dries Mertens had a nice goal. I'm not sure if this really changes the narrative on if you think Belgium can go really deep in this tournament, but it was a good start for them today.
Well, looking at that team today, you look at the 11 on the field, Al, and compare it to England, for example. There is world-class players throughout that team. We know what they are individually. Can they get it done as a unit, as a team? And there were rumblings before the World Cup about issues behind the scenes, in the room. Well, a tight first half and an explosive second half. They came together. They scored 3 really good goals. And Lukaku is a player that scores in streaks, doesn't he? So to score 2 goals to start the World Cup off is great for Belgium. So yes, absolutely, if they can maintain their happy-go-lucky nature, which has been lacking in previous tournaments, why not? They can go a very long way in this tournament.
And then finally in Group F, where Sweden defeated South Korea by 1-0, Andreas Gronqvist with the penalty kick that Sweden needed the help of VAR to overturn the call. The second time in 3 days we've seen that. I thought it was the right call. Did you see it that way?
I did, yeah. I mean, listen, I don't like VAR. I accept it begrudgingly. It's not going anywhere. And I thought this World Cup was too soon for it. But so far, it's been a good weekend. Good few days for VAR, and today they called the play back. It was clearly a foul. I do wonder if referees are not making calls now because they're concerned and they know that upstairs that they'll go back and revisit it. And if that's the case, I'm actually fine with that. Just get it right. And so far, they're getting it right, and it's not really stopping play for too long either. So it was perhaps a gutsy call, but it was the right call.
So 5 days in the books now at the World Cup as we saw victories on Monday from Belgium, Sweden, and England.